Hey y'all, I'm Shelly Moth. Welcome back to Mask Monday. We're going to talk about a couple different movies today, all directed by Rob Zombie, so let's get into it. Okay, so we have 5 different latex masks from Rob Zombie films. We're going to talk about 3 different films, and we also got these. Let's talk about Otis first from Rob Zombie's first movie, First to First. Okay, so this is Otis Driftwood as he appears in the House of a Thousand Corpses film. This was Rob Zombie's first movie, and it's my favorite that he's ever made. Connor Gillespie sculpted this mask. It's a great likeness of Bill Moseley, who played the character. Connor did a great job. And the big difference between this one and the Devil's Rejects mask is obviously it has the makeup on it. It's how he looks in the climax, ending of the film. It has its skin tone all over, the neck and the back of the head, and kind of you can see under the hair, and then also around his eyelids that are pink. But then it has the black and white makeup put on top of the skin tone, so it really looks like he's wearing makeup, and it kind of creates some depth. And his lips are kind of my favorite part because they're from the inside coming out. There's this really nasty brown purplish skin tone. And then the makeup is cool too, with the black lines going across the lips. Looks kind of like a voodoo, weird kind of tribal mask. That's going to do it for the first Otis mask. We'll check out the Devil's Rejects one later, but for now let's take a look at Dr. Satan. Okay, so this is the Dr. Satan mask, also from House of a Thousand Corpses. This one is sculpted by Rich Kressel. He did a really good job with the sculpt. I love the nasty teeth, they're all over the place, and also just the cheekbones and this sunken in effect. And then it's also accentuated with this purplish kind of undertone to everything. And then they use that same kind of purple, I think, for the veins. But then they stippled, or probably not stippled, but speckled this white over the entire mask. And it really helps the veins kind of sit in and feel like they're under the skin. It's probably my favorite mask of the House of a Thousand Corpses masks. They did a really good job with it, and my favorite part, of course, is you get the oxygen mask with it. That's going to do it for the Dr. Satan mask. Let's move on to the Professor mask, which is brand new. Okay, so this is the Professor mask from House of a Thousand Corpses. It's also just pretty much seen in the climax, ending of the film. This is a super cool mask. It's brand new. We just got him in. The really cool notable things about them is he's kind of like Dr. Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster, all tied together. He has these really cool kind of steampunky goggles with this sculpted in leather looking strap around the whole mask. It's got the buckle in there. And then, so that's kind of the sciencey, professor thing about him. And then he has these elongated kind of Frankenstein's monster, clamps and then stitches in the back. But yeah, so he's kind of stitched up and put together. And he's definitely kind of the nastiest, scariest one out of all of them. It was sculpted by Eric Lubati, who did a super awesome job. And then just the last mask, we get a really cool oxygen mask. But then you get this big kind of tube. It's kind of like a vacuum cleaner tube. So I always like masks with additional things on them. And then if you look through the mask, which is translucent, the doctor mask or oxygen, it's really nasty, venti, bloody mouth, no teeth or anything. So oh yeah, and it's got a bunch of blood. They put these little dashes of the dark red and maroon and black spots, and then dripped blood over the entire thing. So it has a really kind of realistic, translucent, gross look to it. So they did a good job with it. That's going to do it for House of a Thousand Corpses. Let's go to the sequel, The Devil's Rejects, and I think we'll look at the other Otis mask. It's the exact same sculpt as the Otis from the House of a Thousand Corpses mask, but they're just painted and haired differently. With this one, you get the full beard and mustache, and then they put hair on the eyebrows for this one. One of the ways you can really tell that it's the exact same mask is if you look under the eyebrows, you'll see that they're sculpted in just like the House of a Thousand Corpses mask. This one has a skin tone and the blood, and it's really cool. He has this kind of rosy nose and these really nasty teeth. And then again, with it not having the makeup on it, you really see the expression better, so it kind of just shows that craziness to Otis. Also, it's got the blood on his forehead. Pretty much the same hair. It's definitely the same color hair, and they haired it about the same way. But I think in this one, the hair is quite a bit longer. I kind of prefer this one because it's the skin tone, and it's just as soon as you see, I just see Bill Moseley, and so it just makes me happy. They have blue eyes in this one instead of red like the other one, and that's another cool thing about this is the eye cuts are in the pupil, and you can't even tell when you first look at it. It looks like they just kind of painted them in and did these black circles, but actually they're completely cut out. So yeah, just a awesome mask and a great likeness. So let's look at, is that the only Devil's Rejects mask I have? Yep, let's look at 3 from Hell masks. Alright, so this is Mr. Baggy Britches from the movie 3 from Hell. This is the scariest mask in the store to me. It is super creepy and super realistic. It was sculpted by Connor DeLess as well. He's super good at likenesses, and I'm sure he's a fan of the Rob Zombie films because he worked on a lot of these masks. But this is this character anyways is played by Clint Howard, who's an awesome actor and has an extraordinary face. And it really looks like Clint Howard. Like when we first got it in, I didn't know right away that it was Clint Howard, but I was like, this looks like Clint Howard. And then like I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's played by Clint Howard. It's supposed to be. And but it looks so realistic. It's so creepy. And he has this like sculpted in mustache that's like painted. It's like painted brown, and it works like it almost looks like it's done on that on purpose. Like it was painted brown for the clown makeup. And then he gets like some more kind of gray chops. So he's like 3 different color hair, because then obviously he has this crazy clown hair as well. And one cool thing about the sculpt is it's like he's wearing a cap, you know, I'm guessing, like a cap that has the hair on it over his head makeup, and so it's like a material, so he's almost wearing like those old school like pilot caps with like that's painted white with like the orange hair going around. It's just a super creepy mask, and the teeth are like so nasty. And again, he has a skin tone on the neck and everything, and under his chin, but then they stipple on the clown makeup, and it just looks really realistic. I went ahead and got this one, even though I'm honestly not a huge fan of the movie, but this mask is really cool because it's so creepy. So let's take a look at 2 more masks from the movie, and they're the Aquarius and Black Satan masks. Okay, so these are the Luchador looking masks from 3 from Hell. This one is Aquarius, and this one's called Black Satan. They're basically like reverse colorways from each other. The Aquarius one being the black mask with the red details, and the Black Satan, the red mask with the black details. The only thing that makes them not complete, like reverse, is this one has the red in the back, and this one is also red. It doesn't have like black in the back. They don't come with this like disgusting like gelatinous nose that Steven stuck up there. He likes to mess with all our masks and play with them, and I thought it looked kind of funny, so I kept it, as well as I could not find a styrofoam head that Steven hadn't drawn on. So thank you, Steven. We appreciate your help. All right, let us know in the comments which of these was your favorite. Like, share, subscribe. Visit us at nightmaretoys.com. See you next Mask Monday.